Hello everybody and welcome to a new wonderful world in Mario Kart. So the one who can beat the most levels in, 2 levels? Who gets the most points will win.
I like how you turned around to me and you're like, wait, how do I do this intro again? What are we doing? This is a fun fact for anybody. But if I have to watch you go to Moo Moo Farms.
Moo Moo Meadows. Get it right, bitch.
I won't be doing another episode of this. They'll be cutting me down from the ceiling fan of my room.
Well,
I don't have a ceiling fan, so I'm gonna have to install that before I kill myself. But all right. Why did you choose Cattle Shit Farm?
Because this is my freaking place. I love this place. I grew up on a farm when I was a kid. My family had
you
a
grew
farm.
up. You grew up on Moo Moo Farms as a kid. That's really interesting. I did not know that. So you grew up on a farm as a child. So please tell me how long it took. Was it your grandfather's farm?
My grandfather's family. So
yeah, because I was gonna say like any generation earlier than that probably was completely useless in your family. But the last useful relative you had, he had a farm. So how long was it before Grandpa threw you off the farm because you couldn't do shit?
Hey man, I milked them mutters on those cows like a freaking baby back bitch. They like my hands, Kyle.
I don't know what baby back bitches are milking udders of cows. I don't even know surely what that means, but all right, that's cool. You milked cows. That's yeah. I would immediately. So beyond molesting the farm animals, what else were you doing on the farm?
Well, I mean, technically I didn't live there. I just went there during my bus stop hours. And one day, I saw a dead cow rotting in the ground, and it was there for weeks on end. And I kept on seeing it, and it smelled, and it was really bad.
I like that story wasn't you interacting with anybody at the bus stop. It was just, all I can assume is everybody at the bus stop's like talking, having a good time. And they look over and there's just like you. But you don't even really look like a child. You just look like a tiny dwarf version of your adult self. And all you're doing is like death staring this like dead rotting animal and just staring at it like this, just like.
I don't know.
So, why the fuck didn't anybody get the goddamn dead cow out of away from the bus stop?
It's a dead cow. Thing weighs a ton. They have to probably call a tow truck company to do something like that.
Tow truck companies don't fucking drag dead cattle. You idiot. Who does do that? That is.
I don't know. That's why I was like tow trucks or something. I don't know who does that.
I feel like at 27 years old, I should know how that. Oh my god.
No. Oh, what? I was first. God, you son of a. I'm a woman.
Did you just get hit by the same turtle shell twice?
I don't know how that happened. And they're not supposed to hit a woman. You want to go to jail.
I don't know, you just said something about women going to jail. Yeah, this episode with Rosalina is going to turn into Orange is the New Black. But I like when she gets hit with the shell, she does this. She goes, eee! Like, immediately she is struck and she decides to take her hands off of the wheel and scream in madness.
Maybe it turns her on. I don't know.
Well, how do you go from there to that? What? Is that how women in your mind react when they're turned on? Because Christ knows you've never turned a woman on. What do you think? Is that what happens in your mind? Actually, it probably is. You know why? Because when you go up and hit on a girl, like at a bar, right?
Yeah.
She probably throws her hands in the air and starts yelling, "Police! Police!" And you probably assume that means, oh, I did a good job. It's
probably because I'm forcing my tongue down her throat and she didn't really want that. But that happens.
That doesn't happen for anybody except for rapists, Damien. Let's just here. I'll use a metaphor here. Let's steer this conversation away from you raping people at bars. For God's sake, Jesus. Can we have one episode that's not disgusting? disgusting filth. All right. So, anyways, and now I completely mind blanked to what the fuck we were talking about before that.
Rosalina acting crazy.
Well, she's a stupid bitch. Let me go back to. No, I was gonna bring up a story about when I was first learning how to drive.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people have this similar experience. Was I'd be driving in the car, and obviously you had that time period where, like, your parent had to drive with you for your hours. And I would be driving with my mom, and I swear to God, her reaction to dangerous situations was to scream, grab the wheel of the car, without looking as to where she was going. She's just looking at me, and she's like, "You ass! What are you doing?" And it's like, what worse could you possibly do in that situation to ensure our death? Like, I'm going 25 miles an hour, and I didn't turn my blinker on, and I'm making a left-hand turn, and she does that. And I'm just sitting there, and my only reaction would be to scream in her face. I would just be like, ah!
So this went on for 40 hours. You had to, like, what, clock in 40 hours of driving?
Eventually, she wouldn't drive with me anymore. Eventually, we just, like, lied about my hours that I was... Someone at the fucking, like, DMV right now is, like, watching this video like, we've got him. But, yeah, I lied about my hours. There was no, like... Probably an hour and a half into that first experience, my mom and I realized this wasn't gonna work. Like,
so
this...
You lied. You lied for 38 hours, and you were on the road. That's
okay. That was a fucking exaggeration. It was probably more like 5 hours in, and then there was still more of that. my favorite was my dad actually tried to get me to. He would drive with me, and he got me to drive his giant, like, fucking Dodge pickup, like a diesel. It sounded like a fucking, like, Abrams tank. And I remember I'm driving, and he wanted, like, of course, us driving around was just like, I was driving around to help him do shit.
Yeah.
See, my dad had the right idea. He was like, well, if I gotta fucking sit and endure this shit, I'm gonna get this little fucker to, like, do something useful for me. So he's sitting there, and he goes, he's like, I'm hungry, let's go to Wendy's. So we go to Wendy's, and, like, somehow I got stuck trying to park the car so that the car was halfway parked, but half of the pickup end of it was sticking in the drive-thru line. And everybody in the drive-thru line was screaming in rage, and I did the Rosalina thing. I looked at my dad, and I was like, ooh! Much like you're probably doing right now, because that was a terrible performance.
That was so stupid. I got hit by... Okay, the show in the end didn't do much to me, but 15 points. Can you beat that? Because you probably can.
Wendy could beat that. Wendy, the fucking, like, toad monster with lipstick on, could beat that. I think I might have this in the bag.
All right, Kyle, so choose your notorious favorite character.
I like how that was said with zero enthusiasm. That sounded...
I know who it's going to be.
That sounded like,
Eat the turtle!
I really want to use the submarine. Why did she have the silliest... Bowser, why do you have the silliest cars? What the fuck? Like, what is that? I got a monster truck.
Why did you choose that?
I got a monster truck that could be driven in a gay pride parade. That's
it's got speakers on the back too, so it's kind of got that thug life to it.
Yeah, because that's thug life, Damien. Is a pink Cadillac with tie-dye wheels and fucking sound system hanging out of the back of a non-existent trunk. That's all the cholos in my neighborhood just drive around in that. Just looking at me like, what, motherfucker, what? I love Mario Kart, bitch! I don't know why. I just made cholos sound like black gangsters. Wow, I'm out of touch with society, but that's why I'm playing video games. So.
And then you're at disco level too, so I guess you kind of match the whole thing.
Yeah, this is the Saturday Night Fever. Wow, okay. Pulling off trick moves now, are you, fat ass? That's good to know. But,
so,
know what?
I was thinking.
Oh God,
Ninja Turtles,
no,
right?
no, I don't
The
need to
Ninja
hear
Turtles,
you
right?
thinking
What happens
at
if
all.
Bowser joined the Ninja Turtles? How awesome would that be?
How awesome!
sad,
How
but-
awesome would it be to add one more layer of shit onto the shit cake that I'm sure that fucking Michael Bay movie? Like, what a deplore. And I'm sure there are so many people at home just like, fuck you! It was great. I love the fact that they look like weird freak people. Like, no, man, no. It's and what's her fucking face is April. Like,
Yeah, Megan Fox showing that skin.
I don't think she was showing any skin in the unless they went real dark. I hope it's like
There's a
Christopher
turtle
Nolan.
sex scene.
I hope it's like Christopher Nolan, like dark reboot to fucking the Ninja Turtles. They kill Shredder, and everybody's weeping, and then at the end of their trilogy, they get in a plane and a nuke goes off. God, I hated the fucking Dark Knight Rises. I hated that. This is going off on a strange tangent. You know, the Dark Knight Rises would have been a better movie if the Ninja Turtles had just shown up.
Probably,
It really would have
yeah,
been, because at the halfway point of that movie, I had just completely checked out. Like when he's in that fucking like Bane pit and he's trying to climb out, and it's like all this tension's built up. Like, what? Am I to assume that the movie's just gonna end here? Like, what do I think? Batman's not gonna get out? Like, wait, why are you fucking building this up? Who do you think you're duping? Like, dude, did I think the rest of the movie was gonna be Bruce Wayne just hanging off the side of the well, just like, God damn it, I can't get up! Somebody!
They gotta show tension. They gotta show tension, Kyle.
Yeah, but you understand
kind of
that for tension to exist, there has to be, like, a plausible reality that, like, he wouldn't get out. Like, I don't think the movie's gonna end with him just hanging from the side there and everybody's looking up like, what the fuck is that guy doing? He gonna get down out of there? Like, really hurting his fingers. How's he climbing? He's got a broken fucking back! How's that even work? But I digress. Yeah, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't know what the fuck you asked me. Did you ask if I watched it?
I asked you if Bowser would make a good turtle.
I don't fucking know. I mean, here's a better question. Why was you saw the Mario Kart movie, right? Or no, not
A
what
Mario
the fuck?
Kart movie?
The Mario movie with John Leguizamo as Luigi.
No, but there should be a Mario Kart movie, because that would be amazing.
Was it Dennis Hopper that played Bowser?
Get out. What?
I think, yeah, it was. Have you never seen that?
No, I haven't.
Holy fucking Christ on the cross of bad game movies. How the fuck have you never seen the Mario Brothers movie?
Because it's probably a bad movie.
It's
That's
incredibly bad, but it's so bad it's like fascinating.
Yeah.
Yo, Dennis
I wanna see it.
Dennis Hopper plays Bowser. And like for 90% of the movie, he's just a dude. He's not a monster at all. He's just Dennis Hopper, like in a leather jacket.
That's weird.
It's very weird. And it like takes place in this weird like Blade Runner society. It's terrible. But yeah, it couldn't be worse than that. You couldn't do a movie with Bowser. I think that could be worse than that. But yeah, I think adding him to the Ninja Turtles movie would be fine. I think the Ninja Turtles movie was surely an abysmal sack of baby shit. Through and through. Like, fucking Megan Fox doesn't even look like April. Like, she doesn't even have the same hair color. And
Isn't April's hair like orange or something?
it's red. Which is funny, because we call people redheads when their hair is actually orange. I never really understood that at all. Unless I'm colorblind or something. I never got that. Fucking redhead. It's not red, ass dick. I don't know what you're looking at, but that's not red hair. Gingers, by the way, are either like the women are either like gorgeous, like gorgeous
Yeah.
or hideous monsters. But the men are always hideous. Like there's no middle ground there. They're just
You just insulted like 2% of our audience, Kyle.
motherfucker. We're not fucking fashion models. I don't give a fuck. If some girl was like, "You're ugly," I'd be like, "Well, fuck you." I couldn't give a shit less how I look. I don't care. It means nothing to me. Have you seen my face? You see the lines on it from anger and a life of disappointment. I'm not expecting anyone to just look at me and be like, "Wow, what a catch." He's this foul-mouthed little monster man. And what he does for a living is he screams. I am horribly defaming myself right now. I completely.
You're doing a good job. I'm enjoying it.
Shut the fuck up. I'm not even insulting you because it would be too harsh. Like if you heard it, like your mind would collapse and you just hopefully melt like those guys from whatever Indiana Jones movie where their fucking faces melted. Yeah, we've run the gamut from bad movies to good movies in one foul swoop. Emphasis on foul. What?
You got the 8 thing.
What the fuck is this?
Oh, you wasted like 5 of them in a row. Good job.
What the hell? Like, I just turned invincible and got every possible. And what the hell is going on over there? Is there a battleship of toads?
This is the new Pirates of the Caribbean with toads.
I checked that. The first Pirates of the Caribbean's all right. Johnny Depp being swishy Johnny Depp. All right, like it was amusing. 5 movies in, it's like, what? Did you ever see that one where he's lost in like fucking limbo or some shit?
Yeah, I did see that.
It's like he's in the middle of like a completely like white limbo space, and I remember just thinking like, I guess the screenwriter just completely checked out at that point. He was like, really, nobody's going to watch these movies for any reason except for Johnny Depp. So let's just put him in a white room, and he can be a dandy. He can be a dandy poof boy. All right, am I gonna win this? Is this the last? It is the last lap.
Come on. Well, you still
Holy
got
shit! I got 4th place.
That's...
Let's see. I beat you.
By 3 points. Bowser, put your fist down. I hate him. I hate that guy so much.
Oh my god! How? And I wasn't even paying attention at all. That's.
Yeah. Good job.
All right, let's go watch the Ninja Turtles. Let's go do that now. No, because then you'll really have to cut me down from my ceiling fan afterwards.